Chapter 2. So this chapter talks about the regulation of practices relative to weights and measures general provision. Article 61. The implementing agency. The provincial, city, or municipal treasurers shall strictly enforce the provision of this chapter and its implementing rules and regulations, provided that with respect to the use of the metric system, it shall be enforced by the Department of Trade and Industry. Next is Article 62, the selling and testing of instruments of weights and measure. All instruments of determining weights and measures in all consumer and consumer-related transactions shall be tested, calibrated, and sealed every 6 months. So of course, by the official seller who shall be the provincial or city or the municipal treasurer or his authorized representative upon payment of fees required under existing law, provided that all instruments of weights and measures shall continuously be inspected for compliance with the provisions of this chapter. Article 63. The use of metric system. The system of weights and measures to be used for all products, commodities, materials, utilities, services, and commercial transactions in all contracts, deeds, and other official and legal instruments and documents shall be the metric system in accordance with existing laws and their implementing rules and regulations. Also, the Department of Trade and Industry shall also adopt the standard measurement for garments, shoes, and other similar consumer products. Article 64. The fraudulent practices relative to weights and measures. So, Article 64 is also known as one of the prohibited acts. Okay? So, the following act relating to weights and measures are prohibited. Letter A. For any person other than the official seller or his duly authorized representative to place or attach an official tag, seal, sticker, mark, stamp, brand, or other characteristic sign used to indicate that much instrument of weight and measures has officially been tested, calibrated, and sealed or inspected. Next, letter B. For any person to imitate any seal, sticker, mark, stamp, brand, tag, or the characteristics sign used to indicate that such instrument of weight or measures has been officially tested, calibrated, sealed, or inspected. Letter C. For any person other than the official seller or his duly authorized representative to alter in any way the certificate or receipt given by the official seller or his duly authorized representative as an acknowledgement that the instrument of determining weight or measure has been fully tested, calibrated, sealed, or inspected. Letter D. For any person to make or knowingly sell or use any false or counterfeit seal, sticker, brand, stamp, tag, certificate, or license, or any die for printing or making the same or any characteristic sign used to indicate that such instrument of weight or measure has been officially tested, calibrated, sealed, or inspected. So, letter E. For any person other than the official seller or his duly authorized representative to alter the written or printed figures, letters, or symbols on any official seal, sticker, receipt, stamp, tag, certificate, or license used or issued. Letter F. For any person to use or reuse any restored, altered, expired, damaged stamp, tag, certificate, or license for the purpose of making it appear that the instrument of weight of measures has been tested, calibrated, sealed, or inspected. Next is letter G. For any person engaged in the buying and selling of consumer products or of furnishing services, the value of which is estimated by weight or measure to possess, use or maintain with intention to use any scale, balance, weight or measure that has not been sealed, or if previously sealed. The license therefore has expired and has not been renewed in due time. So letter H, for any person to fraudulently alter any scale, balance, weight, or measure after it is officially sealed. Letter I, for any person to knowingly use any false scale, balance, weight, or measure whether sealed or not. And letter J, for any person to fraudulently give short weight or measure in the making of a scale. Letter K, for any person assuming to determine truly the weight or measure of any article bought or sold by weight or measure, to fraudulently misrepresent the weight or measure thereof. Or letter L, for any person to procure the commission of any such offense above mentioned by another. And the instruments officially sealed at some previous time which have remained unaltered and accurate, and the seal or tag officially affixed thereto remains intact and in the same position and condition in which it was placed by the official seller or his duly authorized representative, shall, if presented for selling, be sealed promptly on demand by the official seller or his authorized representative without penalty except a surcharge fixed by law or regulation. Article 65. The penalties. Letter A. Any person who shall violate the provisions of paragraph of Article 64 or its implementing rules and regulations shall upon conviction be subjected to fine of not less than 200 pesos but not more than 1,000 pesos, or by imprisonment of not more than 1 year, or both upon the discretion of the court. So letter B, any person who shall violate the provisions of paragraph of Article 64 for the first time shall be subjected to fine also, but not less than 500 pesos, or by imprisonment of not less than 1 month but not more than 5 years. Or pwede na po siya nga both. And plus, letter C, the owner, possessor, or user of instrument of weights and measure enumerated in paragraphs of Article 64 shall, upon conviction, be subjected to a fine of not less than 300 pesos, or imprisonment not exceeding 1 year, or both upon the discretion of the court.